Alright, so this will help you on homework number 12, simplifying rational expressions. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to simplify this expression as best as possible. In order to do that, we first have to find factors of the polynomial in the numerator. So I have p plus 4. P plus 4 can't be factored any more than it is, so we're going to leave that alone. So we got p plus 4. Now I need to factor p squared plus 6p plus 8. What multiplies to 8 and adds to 6? That would be 4 and 2. So I got p plus 4 and p plus 2. So that's my new denominator. Put that up here. So I have p plus 4, p plus 2. And now, just like simplifying fractions, if I have a common factor in the numerator and the denominator, I can make sure I can divide them to 1. They'll cancel out, quote unquote, and I'll be left with 1 in the numerator and p plus 2 in the denominator. So that is my simplified rational expression. Now I also have to list the excluded values. You can list them one of two ways. You can either write, hey, these are the excluded values, and list them, or you can say, hey, x cannot equal these values. Either way, you're saying those values are not part of our domain. So in order to do that, I have to find out where the denominator can equal 0, and that's when any of these two factors, or how many of our factors are in the denominator, can equal 0. So when can p plus 4 equal 0? That's when p is negative 4. When can p plus 2 equal 0? That's when p equals negative 2. So because if p is negative 2 or negative 4 in this rational expression, then the denominator will equal 0, which we can't have. You cannot have a 0 in the denominator. Then we have to exclude these values. So our excluded values are negative 4 and negative 2. Or we can write x cannot equal negative 2 and negative 4. And now I'm going to show you how to divide. So you might be tempted to just multiply this, but this is actually a division problem. So division is one more step than multiplication, so I chose to show you this problem real quick for multiplying and dividing rational expressions. So first we need to change this sign. Well, first we got to bring this down. V minus 7 times v plus 8 over v plus 8 times v minus 10. And just like multiplying fractions, we change the division to a multiplication, and then we multiply by the reciprocal, which means we're just flipping the fraction or the rational expression in this case. So v minus 10 now over 1. And now what I can do, I can find common factors between the numerators and the denominators. V minus 10, that'll divide to 1. V plus 8, that'll divide to 1. And so my final answer is v minus 7. That's my simplified expression. Don't forget to include your excluded values. So v plus 8 equals 0, so v equals negative 8. That's an excluded value. V minus 10 could equal 0. And so v equals 10 is an excluded value. So my excluded values are negative 8 and 10.